Okay, hey y'all. Today I'm doing a video that's totally different than my regular content that I usually do on my channel. Is a gaming channel where I play mostly horror games. So if you're into that, please go check them out and maybe hit the subscribe if you're into that kind of stuff. But today I'll be talking about Spirited Away. And I'm not doing a full analysis or an in-depth explanation or a full description or anything. No earth-shattering conspiracies or observations. I'll really just be going through the film, talking about my favorite scenes, why I love them, what they remind me of, that kind of thing. And I really don't have anyone in my real life to talk to about this kind of thing. I don't think anybody would appreciate me sitting them down to watch a movie and then pausing every 2 seconds and being like, look at this, isn't this great, isn't this beautiful, don't you love this? Because that sounds horrible, but and also they would think I was a total freak. But here on YouTube, this is my channel and I can do whatever I want. And so if you're watching this video, I assume you've already seen this movie. And if you do have children, I really do highly suggest you show them this film, because when I watched this movie, I don't even remember the first time I saw this movie when I was a child. I mean, I don't even know who showed it to. Was it on TV? Was it a movie? Do we have it on tape? I have no idea. I just know that I was immediately obsessed with this movie. And if your kid if they're not immediately obsessed with it, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. They can join mathletes or chess club or something. You know, they're just not a creative mind, which is fine. You know, we need people like that in this world. Let me quit just yapping on and we'll go ahead and start the movie. Right here. I don't know why I love that scene so much. She goes, that's our house, the blue one on the end. And so immediately they're coming into town, right? And you're like, okay, this movie's gonna be about Chihiro. She's moving to a new town. She's gonna meet some new kids, some new friends or whatever. We're gonna see what their new house looks like on the inside. I love it, right? But no, that's not what happens. And then there's that part with the shrines. And you're like, what's that? Those little houses are so cute. Little fairies live in them. And then there you go. There's another scene. You got good old dad just flying through the forest. For God knows why. Look at that face. And then this part, of course. My freaking imagination just runs wild seeing this building. It's got the entrance, or it's got the little statue at the front, and you're like, well, who's that? Why is he blocking this entry? Obviously, it's just a footpath. And so dad goes, it's fake. And you're like, well, it looks like a real building to me. And what I've always thought was, I want to go in this building. Well, they do go in the building, but you know what I mean. There's obviously like an upstairs, you know, like, and what is this sign? Like, and it's all overgrown with trees. Like, where are? And then there's this scene. I'm like, Chihiro, go in the damn building as a kid. And cause she's scared. And I'm like, fuck, I want to go in there. You know, you're like, dang it, girl, go in there. But obviously it leads to her character development and all that. And, you know, as we'll see. But I just love this little scene here. She's standing there with this statue. And he's so cute. Like, there's leaves in his mouth. He's been there forever. And it got a double face. There's another face on the other side. So I just love that. It's so cute. I love the greenery and this whole scene of racing through the forest, if you will. And she looks at it and she's totally weirded out. I love it. She's so cute. That part right there. Don't cling like that. You'll make me trip. And there's other parts in this movie where, well, I don't have the sound on for most of this movie. I'll try to edit in some of the dialogue, but I always just thought, like, why is her mom so cold? I don't know. When I was a kid, I really thought that. I mean, I get it now. Like, as an adult, you're like, okay, kids are annoying and whatever. But as a kid, I was like, man, her mom's mean, bruh. And then Okay, we kind of got our first glimpse into the art of inside a place in this movie. Like, look at the lighting of this. It's like, it gives off church or bus station, or I'm sorry, I think it's supposed to be a train station, but we know that's not what all this entire building is, because we saw an upstairs. So like, how do we get further into this building, you know? And then I love the little stained glass window up at the top that's letting in the light. I love the colors on it. And then of course I love the sconces. If you know me, which you probably don't, but you should know right now, I am a sucker for sconces. I love soft light. Do not turn on that big light on in the room. Do not turn it on, bitch. I will freak out. Turn on a lamp. I love the leaves scattered everywhere. It's great. It's mysterious. The water fountain just abandoned but still dripping. And then she turns around. And look, there's 2 more doors. They came in through the middle one. Bro, I want to go in these other doors. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of in The Nightmare Before Christmas, when Jack goes through the Christmas store. But see, I loved that movie too as a kid. And I mean, I still love it, but I always wanted to go through the other holiday doors and see what's going on in there. And just look at the lighting. The lighting through that window, it's beautiful. It's dark and mysterious. I love it. And then we emerge into this landscape that's like Spyro the Dragon looking ass / screensaver like place, and the wind going through the grass, the big fluffy clouds, the hills, the buildings that are like abandoned. And then we see like around over the crest of the hill there's like what looks like a town. Now dear old dad says he thinks it's an amusement park here in just a second, which like, it's not an amusement park, dummy. And just look at this shot, man. Look at this. It's huge. This building. Look at the side. The windows up there on the side. Like, I never noticed that before. Right there. Like, over on the right. Where is that? That's some kind of room? Like, what if somebody was standing there? That would be... Ooh. What if No Face was standing in there? Anyway, and then like, what is this clock? I mean, obviously, I have a very limited knowledge of Japan and the way things look over there, but what kind of clock is this? Is it? I don't know what that is. I love it, and just that whole scene with the wind pushing her. It's like, this is the right thing. You're supposed to do this, but like, you know, she's scared. I guess that would freak me out too, though. Oh, and then another thing, Mom's like, it's just the wind. Like, bitch, shut up. Like, I can't stand her mom. I don't know why. Her dad's a fucking dumbass too, but you know. Now take a look at this river scene, y'all, or the dry riverbed. I don't know, maybe 15 feet across. Now just keep that in mind and remember that while we're watching. And it takes your imagination away. You're like, what if there was water there? Like during this daytime scene, which we will see soon that it will have water, but and it does kind of scratch that itch. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you're like, wow, a river through this like beautiful green and blue landscape, that would look awesome. Literally, imagine if mom or dad twisted their ankle on these slippery ass big ass boulders. The movie's over, the end. But then you just know if Chihiro broke her fucking foot, her mom would be like, just shut up and just keep it moving, girl. Like, let's go. I smell food. Also, take a look at the branches and the leaves and stuff caught right there in the crevasse of those rocks. Another detail that just adds to the magic of this movie. Here we go. First little glimpse into the town. I'm telling you, the first glimpse. I love it. Maybe it does kind of look like an amusement park thing, the way there's like supports behind that pink facade or whatever, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't give amusement park. But again, I've never been to Japan. I don't know what their amusement parks look like. But just look at the details, the signs. I don't know what they say, but that just adds into the mystique. The eyeball, is it like a psychic type situation? Like you know, like what is that? And then again, there's a sconce. Can we get a sconce counter? I love a sconce. There's some more sconces. And then, of course, God, I could just stare at this scene forever. Like, what? I want to walk down this pathway. I want to go into these shops. I want to see what's going on in that building to the right. I want to stand on that deck. You know, I want to stand on that porch right there and watch people walk by. And then there's just like frog statue right there. You know, frog head. We don't have that kind of stuff in the States. We don't have like fun, whimsical statues and of creatures and things. We just don't have that. Here's another great shot, just establishing the town. Like, look at it, dude. What is this building with the stars and the moon? That's green? Oh my god, I love it. I love the lanterns strung up everywhere, the balcony on the building to the right there. I just want to do a Mardi Gras parade down in there, baby. You know, like, let's go. Let's freaking do it, dude. And then I just love, like, you look deeper inside and it's like shadowed, but there's stools everywhere. It's like, it's bars, it's kitchens, it's whatever. Dude, I want to belly up to that bar right now and have a drink. And again, it's like, I want to know what's upstairs in these buildings. And you know, we get the crotch shot of Dad running by. Also, I love the way he has to duck in here through the little curtain things. I love it. Also the food, you know? Dude, the way my big back ass would just start chowing down, brother. I mean, maybe not on this giant fish head, but those little like game hens or whatever that is. Also, like, there's a huge thing of fried rice in the back. Dude, it looks so good. And I love the bowls, how it's painted and everything. You can see some soy sauce containers in the back on the back countertop there with some chopsticks and extra little plates and everything. It's like really, it's like a meme where it's like, oh, you know, a Studio Ghibli, you don't have to go so hard. It's just a kid's movie. And then they just drop the most fire thing you've ever seen in your life, dude. And like, it a lot of times, like, you could watch this movie and not see all this stuff. And that's kind of why I'm doing this video. You could easily not see this stuff, but it's there. And if it wasn't there, you would notice. Like, you wouldn't notice, like, oh, there's no soy sauce there. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you would notice, or the movie wouldn't stick out to you as much, if that makes sense, you know? Like, the details, you would know something's missing. Or it just wouldn't be such a great movie, okay? How about that? Damn it. Here you go, dude. And then there's a nice shot of the kitchen. Literally pause it every 2 seconds, but look, like, this kitchen, what's it like to work in this kitchen? You got and like the spinning fan in the back. Like, come on, dude. It's dark, it's in there, it's mysterious, you know, but like, to me, hell, I'd eat here all day every day. It looks clean. Oh, here's another great scene. Look, we're looking down the road. It's empty, dude. Empty. I love the dirt road. Or maybe it's not dirt, maybe it's stone, but it kind of looks like dirt. It's not like asphalt. And again, you get another kind of angle of the shop entrances here. I love it. Especially that one on the left, with the green tile. It reminds me of like that one store in the mall. Back in the day, it was like Traffic, I think it was called. It was a shoe store. It was like, looked like a Roman Colosseum type entrance, but let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, look, there you go. It says cafe right there. Dude, the way I want to live in this town. And you know, I don't care if nobody's there. I just want to live here. Oh, another little detail. Look at the another thing with this movie is the camera angles. It's so good. It's so good. Like, the way it's looking past this lantern thing, and it has gold detail on the corners. Elegant ass details on the corners there. I love it. And like just the way the paint goes over the I don't know, paper or screen or whatever over the fucking red thing. I love it. Oh, and here's our first shot of the bathhouse, dude. And look at it in all its glory. We'll see a bunch of other shots that I'll take a look at that have other things that I love about it. But there's like some gold swans on the top of the roof. Like, what is that? And then there's smoke coming out of the chimney. So you know somebody's home. But who? So grand. This whole town is like giving like grand, let's party every day, or let's party every night, let's sleep all day. Let's just eat, brother. Let's take a look down. We see a train. But we see the train. Now, is the train... It's running during the day. So is there people, humans on that train, or is it spirits? I don't know, but take a look at this shot here. You got that side gate over there. Where does that side gate go? It goes into some kind of garden with some beautiful trees in the back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna keep saying this. I want to explore this damn movie. The way I'm shocked that it starts lighting up. Oh my god, and everything comes to life. Oh, I love it. What I meant to say was I'm shocked even after how many times I've seen this movie. Oh my god, and then we got the dear old dad is a fucking swine, dude. Look at his hair. You know it's dad because of his hair. And like just the mess they've made is just outrageous. Look at the sweat. Mom's big back ass is over there too. Oh, I love the way the soy sauce spills down. Look at. Then we have Chihiro running through the sheets. Oh god. The streets. Running through the streets. With these spirits, and I've always wondered, what are these spirits about? Look, I think that neon sign says bar. Oh my gosh, what is that on the side there? There's like a skeleton? Is that a pickled skeleton in a jar? Over off to the right. What is that? See, I could just stare. It is a bar. I see liquor bottles in the back there. And who are these spirits? Are they good? What's their deal, man? Here's that scene again. Oh, now Chihiro's running down that road. That's funny. I said I wanted to run down that road, and she does. I love how we're kind of transitioning now. Into the dark outside of town, you know, which and by the way, I love the frog that, guess what, now his mouth is leaking water. I wonder why. And then boom, now bitch, there wasn't no damn water here before. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I said it was about, I don't know, about 15 feet across, those boulders, just some, you know, just gotta hop across a couple stones. Listen, bitch, that's about a mile. That river is huge. Also, where did all these other buildings come from? We see the clock tower. What are these extra buildings? Those weren't there. All the lights across the water, reflecting across the water, by the way, beautiful. There's some rogue lights off on the other side. And then we see there's people walking. I was saying there's like rogue lights off to the left there. Like, are those other boats on the water? And then one of my favorite scenes, and there's people walking, you can see them. There's another eyeball place. And here comes the boat. It kind of blends in with the water, or with the other lights at first, but then it comes more into view. There it is. The party boat, dude. I'm on that party boat. Gambling casino boat, baby. That's so cool. Like, it's so cool. Just the shot, like, just the way, I don't know. Nothing can beat it. Nothing can beat animation. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. Nothing can beat animation. CGI looks like ass. After a few years, it looks like shit. Animation holds up. It's timeless. It's classic. This movie looks like it could have been made yesterday. And there's something to be said for that. I think that that's a huge reason why people love it to this day. And then, of course, we get the first views of some spirits. They're lit. They're having fun. They're ready to party, dude. And another thing, the way that these, like, little mask creatures are, like, they remind me of, like, Alice in Wonderland playing card guys, but with bodies. You know what I'm saying? But they have shadows. Like, it's so interesting. And I love the floorboards of the boat there. And then you look up at the top, there's lights, and then there's the floorboards for the next level is the ceiling. And another thing is, all these different creatures, like, they really, really spark my imagination. Like, what kind of spirits are these? Who are they? Now, we see a familiar face right there. There's a radish spirit. He's on his way. He's ready to partay and boogie down, dude. And then those other guys, they're not fully formed, I guess, because they're not totally across the, or off the boat. Well, one of them has eyes, that one behind the radish spirit. And look, there's some, we got some of the more, the shadowy spirits coming out of the water there. She's, again, with the camera angles, I love it. You got the bright, lively, like a parade. I said parade earlier. It's kind of like a parade to the bathhouse. Going on the main street. Everybody's having fun. It's bright. It's colorful. And then it's kind of like off in the in the shadows. Whenever there's a bright lit party, there's always going to be shadows in the wings there, if you will. And Chihiro's crouched in this corner, which is very much like, if I was scared, like, I mean, you would try to find like a small corner that's dark and just try to hide yourself. But just the contrast between her hiding there in the shadows and the neon lights, the party, there's something to be drawn from that. There's an artistic thing to be, or a poetic thing to be drawn from that. Okay, here we go. Haku's running with Chihiro. Oh, we're kind of exploring these, like, off the beaten path, like, places, you know, for a hot second here. I mean, that's kind of what it looked like, through storage and food and these walk-in freezers and pigs and shit. It's great. And then we're making our way to the bathhouse, as it would appear. Look how it's lit up. And the way, like, the lighting is drawn in this movie, obviously professionals did this. I mean, it's nothing to them, but just it's incredible to me. It's like, it looks like real lights coming from a window. Does that sound dumb? I don't know. I don't care. It's my channel. I can say whatever the hell I want. Also, I love the barn here, which we will come back to. This barn is what I'm remembering now. But look, there's like a human type equipment here. I wouldn't think that spirits would really need all this kind of stuff for taking care of pigs. I think they would do it with magic, but there you go. This garden's so pretty. I'll just throw that out there real quick. I would be so freaked out, but I would be so real. Chihiro made me so mad when I was little. Like, hold your fucking breath, bitch. Here's our first glimpse of No Face. Now, does he see her? He's looking right at her, is what it looks like. The way I'm about to gaslight the fuck out of this frog. You didn't see anything. You're literally making it up. Maybe you drank too much last night. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shot right here, though. another garden. It's beautiful. I mean, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing things like this in the States. It's like, this would just be some gross little alleyway with dumpsters and garbage everywhere. But in a Japanese, outside of a bathhouse, it's a beautiful garden. Every space is beautiful. Every space is important. Also, I love that circle window on the end of that porch here. The way they're all running back and forth, I love the way their feet sound on the floor. It's like they're, like, literally it's bare feet on the floor. I'd be interested to see how the sound department made that, replicated that noise. Did they really run around barefoot, showing their toes for free? The way that I always thought Haku was so much older, just because of the way he is. He's very serious. But apparently he's not. He's this maybe like 1 or 2 years older than Chihiro. Here's another scene where it's like the shadow against the still shadows against a bright, bustling party. You know, it's like, we're on the outskirts of this party. We were not invited, baby. We are crashing this party, but we don't want to be at this party. It's like, how many times have you felt that in real life? You don't really want to be there, so you're just hanging out on the sides, just watching, you know, you're watching everything. There's a radish spirit again. We escape through this little door, which is so fascinating. Why is there just a little door that leads into this garden, this front garden? Now, we're about to see Chihiro flying down the stairs at top speed. Which, these are big stairs. It's easy to be like, girl, just walk down the fucking stairs. But look at her leg compared to the height of each stair. These stairs are as big as she is. Isn't that just a testament to life? You're easing your way through it, and you finally feel a little bit comfortable to get some solid footing, and then something fucks it up. The moment you trust it, life will have you slamming in face first into a wall of concrete. Another image I love, right here. This guy smoking cigarettes. Dude, I love that this movie features cigarettes a lot. It's cool. Smoking is cool. Dude, like he's a worker, man. He's taking a break, taking a drag. The cool night air. Just getting some fresh air. I love it. You know, freaking kids movies these days, never ever would they show cigarettes. But it's like, why? It's a part of life. Like, it's like, why do we gotta coddle these kids? They've seen 100 times worse. If they've got access to the internet, I promise you, they've already seen way worse than a freaking cigarette. Which, by the way, this frogman, he's a working man, you know? He's trying to provide for his family, make a living. If he wants to smoke a cigarette, have a smoke break, who are you to say no? Finally, we get to a scary door, a very scary industrial style, Resident Evil looking ass door. And look, another common theme. Stairs leading further down. Where do they go? Use your imagination. Check it out here. This little hallway. Look, there's something hanging from a hanger there, like a towel or something. A sweat towel. I don't know. There's a sink for some water, you know, wash up a little bit. It's like, we're really going hard with the details. No details spared. So, it really immerses you into the environment. These environment building things. It's just unreal. But it is real. It's so unreal, it's real. Our first look at the little soot sprites. They're so cute. Our first look at Kamaji. Girl, honestly the same. He looks like a spider and he's kind of scary. But it's like, girl, he already knows you're there. He just doesn't give a fuck. The soot sprites, they're little homes. Like, it's cute. You know, this is very much like when you get a new job and you're like, hello? Like, for example, I worked in the restaurant business my entire young adult life from 15 to 24 years old. I worked in a restaurant. I did damn near everything except be a manager. Because fuck that. But I've waited tables. I've been a server. I've did some bartending. I've been a hostess. I've worked in the kitchen. I've washed dishes. I've made food. I've delivered food. I've prepped food. Yeah. And when I tell you, when you first join a job and you're surrounded by, and I'm a woman, right? I'm surrounded by these men that are hot and angry. Well, not hot as in like sexy, but hot as in they're sweating their ass off in the kitchen. They're angry. They're busy. You know, if you need something and you're new and you're kind of like Chihiro right now, unless you're like really not scared of anything, have no social anxiety. But that's not me until I kind of warm up and you get to know me. But if you need something and then they're like in the kitchen slinging shit, you're like, hello, you know, it sucks. It's scary until like you get comfortable and they know you know them and you can be like, yo, can I get blah, blah, blah. But in the meantime, it's very much like this. Oh, we had another cigarette spotting. Check it out, dude. What's he smoking? What brand's he smoking? Anybody know? I don't know about Japanese cigarettes. I have heard that they're very, very strong. I have heard that. But look, we got like a half-eaten hot dog there. We got a bunch of cigarettes, dude. Kamaji, love you, dude. Love you. Huh? He says, huh? I love it. I was always so mystified at Kamaji's job. Like these red token things. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I thought that like the tokens were what you would put in the water to make the soap. Like, I don't know why I thought that, because I was a dumb idiot kid. That's why. But they're telling him, obviously, what concoction of herbs and how much water and maybe where to go, like where to send the water. That's what it's saying. But it's so interesting how his job works. And then, as we'll see here in a second, he's got dried herbs all over the wall. He knows where all of them are. He's been doing this job forever. He's got all the markers he needs. It's the soot sprites. You know, look at these drawers, like floor to ceiling, of herbs and spices. Colonel Sanders could never. Like, of course, I would, if I was Chihiro, I'd be like, of course, the one place I try to stand for safety is the place he needs to get to. Like, good God. Ain't that just how it is? I will give it to Chihiro. She's so cute, and she's not nearly as annoying as a regular child is. Like, she might get discouraged, like just now she gets a little discouraged and she's like, well, fuck, what now, huh? Am I supposed to bully this scary old Spider-Man, grumpy, crusty Spider-Man for a job again? Am I supposed to bother him again? And then she's presented with this opportunity, which she helps, and it's so sweet. Soot sprites are so funny. They're so cute, the way they float around, their eyes. You gotta love them. Okay, y'all, here is the end of the first part of this series. I got about 3 hours of footage of me commentating on this movie. I figured this was a good stopping point. Next part, we're gonna meet probably my favorite character in Spirited Away, and it might not be who you think it is. So stay tuned for that. If you would like to see part 2, make sure you let me know down below that you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching, and make sure you do like and subscribe so you don't miss the next part, and I'll see you later. Bye.
I love you.